Yellow, TENIME here. I realize 2 hours past my... No. Did I say 4? Yeah, I said 4. I'm 1 hour. I'm 1 hour past. And I only got the one thumbnail done, so probably not going to be doing that 7 o'clock, even moving that an hour. Probably not going to be doing... Yeah, this is probably the last live stream of the day, so... I definitely want to get this open, and I want to do it on camera, so, but I don't know, maybe noon Central on Sunday, the February 9th. My late father's birthday. Miss him. So, today's review is the Executive Replicas and Loose Collector Iconic Heroes Rocketeer and Butch. I really wanted that 2-pack with Betty Page. And I still would like at least her from it. Maybe any missing or alternate parts between that set and this. Like if that set has more hands than this, if that set has a different color hair for the unhelmeted head or a different color for the helmet, because we'll get to that. Then I would still like that 2-pack, but couldn't afford it when it dropped and it's sold out. So I was expecting them to release Cliff by himself. Putting Butch in there was great too, so I was very happy to get this. So yeah, the shirt is Serenity Brown Coats, because I figured, I don't know, it was just a similar vibe to 1940s. I felt like Serenity had like the same kind of vibe as like retro sci-fi. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So 1940s Nazi fighter in brown leather and tan pants, but it's a futuristic fascist fighter in a brown leather jacket and tan pants. But I do not have the, I mean, I own it, but I did not pull out the, oof, it's hot in here. I didn't pull out the Funko Legacy Malcolm Reynolds, because I have the Funko Legacy Rocketeer. And couldn't find the helmet, which makes me even less enthused about that eventual comparison. But today's music is legitimate 1940s jazz, straight from the U2 audio library, so it should be copyright free. Performed by Doug Maxwell, Aaron Kenny, and the United States Marine Band. So we have legit 40s jazz playing. Taking a look at the box. Awesome Rocketeer logo up there. Picture of him down there. Iconic Heroes series logo down there. This is based on the original comic book character, not the live-action Disney movie. The original 2-pack was as well, because his girlfriend was not, was it Jenny, as played by Jennifer Connelly in the Disney movie? In the comic, it was Betty. She wasn't Betty Page, so technically the 2-pack, the woman figure is not Betty Page, but she's Betty Page. So there's a cool look at the back of the box, some more cool comic art. Since it's backwards, you can't read that. In 1938, Los Angeles, Cliff Secord, a local racing pilot, and Barnstormer, I don't know what that is, discovers a rocket pack hidden by two gangsters fleeing the police. When he decides to take it for a spin, his life is turned upside down in more ways than one. Thus, the Rocketeer is born. I have never read the comics. I'm only familiar with the live-action Disney movie. But I would love to go back and visit, because if you look, that's the Disney design. Like, or I should say, Disney's design is comic accurate. They only changed the jetpack. We'll get to that. And it says includes Butch the dog, pistol, cliff head, rocket pack, 2 fists, 2 grip hands, 2 open hands, 2 trigger hands. Top of the box has the logo, warning, a nice peg hook hanger. Bottom of the box just has a barcode. So I don't know if you need that. I don't know if these would be sold in stores, but I of course got mine from my favorite online toy store that is not a sponsor. So I'm gonna stop name dropping them and then having to clarify that they don't sponsor the video. So get this open. Ooh. Cracking knuckles. Oh, that is part of the box, so I can't pull it out for you, but the interior is a clear blue sky with some white fluffy clouds. And I would like to keep that. So, alright, I'm gonna wait because I don't want to I was trying to peel this off because it is just stuck to the inside there. I don't know why I stuttered on that part. But I'm not going to peel it off on camera because I want to take my time and not rip it. So I want to hurry for your guys' sake and end up ripping the son of a... Just like with the werewolves. Son of a... All right. I'm going to go grab some of my other loose collector figures because when I did the werewolves, I didn't have my loose collector. I've got plenty of comparisons here that I felt were topic specific, kind of like the shirt. So the jetpack, I've had opinions about it since that first 2-pack went up. The helmet, my opinion, is based on having the figure in hand because I don't want to say that the photos were misleading, and maybe I can just pull them up again, but I feel like it's not... I feel like the helmet color is not what was advertised. So Butch is a slug. No articulation. He looks like such a handsome boy. Ah! So yeah. Let me scoot the table. And then I'm gonna run and grab. I'm not gonna get all of them, but you know, we get one werewolf and one lady. Lady, Guardians PJs. and a werewolf. I did get the other two. They're still boxed. I'm gonna do an edited video, just comparing the black and brown to the white and gray. So it'll be a really, really short video, even if I get on a tangent, just because it won't be showing any articulation or anything. That wolf is gonna fall when I move the table, isn't it? I'm trying to move the table as little as possible. Like, I mean, I'm moving the table slowly, but like I'm trying to shift the table slowly while not moving it, if that makes any sense. Cool. Nope. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. Put on loop. There we go. It's like, excuse me. And my thoughts about the jetpack. Like I said, I've had since the original 2-pack was shown. And my plans to do something about it have also been noodling about in the vast empty warehouse that is my brain. You know I test joints before I show you. This is what goes on behind the scenes for the edited videos. It may look like I'm touching the figure for the first time on camera, but that is not true. Just edit that part out. Actually, I don't even record that part, so it's just, why make more work for yourself, you know? So there is the comic accurate jetpack. I do like the purple. That's how it plugs on his back. I'm glad it is removable. He comes packaged with 2 fists. He comes with 2 trigger finger hands with vertical hinges. You gonna focus on it now or no? You know, I know I'd said that I had fun doing these, but this camera, and especially the flipping of the screen, is kind of angering me. Comes with 2 relaxed hands. Do they call them relaxed hands? Just says open hands, so. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's cool, because you don't see that with the grip or the trigger finger hand. So trigger finger hand, the silver band stops at the palm on either side, so you can slide the gun in there. The fists, obviously, because the hand is closed. I was like, is that paint slop? That ain't paint slop, my friend. I don't know why I slipped into a southern accent there. I'm from Georgia, so. The red buttons are the triggers for the jetpack, man. That's awesome. So not only do they sculpt the band, but they sculpted some like notches and like the overlap with the button, and then the button is sculpted too, and then painted red. That's so cool. He has a, ooh, shoot, should have looked this up. It's a German pistol. It's either a Luger or a Ruger. Or if it's not, then please politely correct me as to what kind of gun it is. But the Cliff Secord head. Again, this is comic version, so it does not have to look like Billy Campbell. Which is good, because I can't remember if I got the unmasked head with the Diamond Select figure. But the Billy Campbell unhelmeted head with the Funko Legacy figure is absolutely garbage. You'll see that in a second, because I couldn't find the helmet for some reason. And that's, like, I wanted all the helmeted next to each other. So, I don't know why it wasn't on him. But, yeah, so. Stupid camera. So, I feel like the 2-pack version. No, I'm gonna wait for comparisons. So yeah, well, there's that awesome helmet that was just so good. Disney was like, there is no reason whatsoever to change that. The comic is not from the 30s. The comic is set, well, 30s or 40s. The comic is set in the late 30s, and I already used the fascist N-word in my last video negatively, but so I mean, might as well talk about it here, since it's his primary villain and what I tried to pick for comparisons. Cliff fights the Nazis, so because the Nazis are the bad guys. Hero, American hero, fighting Nazis and Americans aligning with the Nazis, because the Nazis are the villains. The Nazis are evil. Awesome sculpt on the leather. I think it's just the plastic color, but as I've said in the past, it's fine by me. So it's the straps and the buttons painted. And then he's got these. I should have looked everything up. Now, like, I need to do like hours and hours of homework before videos, because I mean, I want to entertain you with my dumb sense of humor, but I also would like to be educational, because the whole reason that I'm doing these, and the whole reason that I'm doing figures that most people aren't doing, because, you know, everyone does Marvel Legends, everyone does G.I. Joe, everyone does Transformers, everyone does Ninja Turtles, though the performance on my Archie Shredder video, I'm gonna at least keep doing Archie TMNT, so you can count on that. And again, it's not a jealousy or competition thing. It's why saturate the market when you already have better people doing it. And I'll fully admit they're better at it than I am. I'm doing more obscure stuff, so that way someone who wants the more obscure stuff has a reference. They have, you know, they have an idea of what it looks like, how it moves, how big it is compared to other things. That's why my comparisons try to utilize as many different companies' products as possible. Because I know that when I'm interested in something like this, and I go on YouTube and I look, you know, hey, how big is that Rocketeer? And there's no videos. So it's like, well, so I want to be helpful for that person who's looking for, you know, how big are the loose collector werewolves, or how well do the naughty or nice reindeer move, or so like I want to be that for other people because I've had such a hard time finding those kind of comparisons. Um, import figures too. That's why I'm doing a lot of like import anime and comic figures, is because those seem to have more people than none. But still, like, they don't seem to hit the points that I need them to hit. Of course, I say that as the dummy who reviewed the Super 7 Silverhawks Ultimates Copper Kid and didn't cover any of the leg articulation in my review. I started with the waist, and then I went to the arms, and then I just proceeded with the size comparisons. So I'm like, and if you go look at that video, my pinned comment at the top is, I forgot the leg articulation. So I would rather have a long video that covers everything than trying to get it short and missing stuff. So he's got pinch and swivel shoulders. It goes all the way around. He can T-pose. He has bicep swivels. He has pinless double jointed elbows. There we go. I showed you the hands and their hinges. He has a ball joint in the torso, side to side, forward, backward. He has a waist swivel, but the lip of the jacket is gonna, I mean, you can force it. It's just, I am worried about messing that up. So it is cool that they still painted the buckle of the belt underneath, despite it being kind of mostly hidden by that. He has ball jointed hips that have some pretty good detents. I wish my Revoltech Gravity figure had detents in any of her joints. That video's coming. Can go out that far. He's got a thigh swivel. Double jointed pinless knees. He's got a hinge, ankle, with a forward-facing pin for rocker. No one needs that much out or in, but it is nice to have it. I'm trying to work on my own, catchphrases, like, this is not a review. And then it isn't needed, but it's nice to have it. So he has a dumbbell joint up in his neck. Pretty good. I'll put a head on. Put his on. Maybe. Oh, God. Whew. All right, so you can look up. It's a decent flying pose. He can look, that's not even really down, is it? That's a little better down, but not by much. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that almost pulled that dumbbell out. Obviously, I'm going to be displaying him with the helmet. It's the helmet. The helmet is what's important about the Rocketeer. So, can look up that far. That's okay. Again, I would prefer a ball hinge, so you can just get higher up. So, which, I mean, in a helmet, you know, maybe that is accurate, but like, you know, sometimes with action figures, you know, you want just the, you know, make the head completely horizontal to the body. So, buries the chin a lot better than the unmasked head. Of course, the helmet chin goes down a lot farther, so squeaky, squeaky. The jetpack plugs into the hole. The exhaust port is hollow, but you see it stops, so like the jetpack isn't hollow. I know the 2-pack one came with blast effects, which would be cool to get. Let's plug a trigger finger, and so that went in really nicely, but then when I attempted to articulate the hand, it popped it back at you. I don't know why. This is not a Georgian accent. I never had an accent as a child. I mean, sometimes I'll y'all every once in a while, but I really like the open hand with the being able to see the button. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to do some comparisons for Butch. So we're going to move Cliff off to the side. Such a good boy. All right, so we got some. I'm going to have to cheat here. Come on. Thank you. Gallery. Go away. Everyone's texting me. So first we got some 1/6 scale, which I know is not, this is 1/12. But I wanted good boys and girls. So we have the Hot Toys Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Cosmo. No? Oh, it's 6 scale. Sorry. Hot Toys folder, Hot Toys. Where is it? There it is. Okay. The JXK Studio Biocrisis Resident Evil Zombie Doberman. And then the Hot Toys Deadpool and Wolverine Mary Poppins, aka Dogpool. And yes, unfortunately, she is anatomically correct, so I'm not gonna get my channel taken down for showing that. Not just age restricted, just flat out. We have the Hasbro Marvel Legends Lockjaw Bulldog. We have the Super 7 Thundercats Ultimates Mamut. And we have, pretty sure this guy's name is Mutt. If you might have given it away, I mean, I'm not trying to surprise you. I like showing instead of announcing. Where is it? Oh, no, sorry. Dog. The Mattel DC Universe Classics Dog. D-A-W-G. Lobo's Bulldog. So try to get some Bulldogs here. Then some a 1/10 scale NECA Gargoyles Bronx. 1/6 scale, we have the Medicom Mafex Bruce the Hyena from Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. We have the G.I. Joe classified Timber, who is a wolf, but you know, still a good boy. Dreadnought Raucous and G.I. Joe Junkyard Rottweiler. So we got a hyena and a wolf, and we have a pit bull and a Rottweiler. And those are all my puppies. I mean, except the werewolf, but that's more, as big as that is, that's meant to compare with Cliff, who we will get to now. So, so if I had been a lifelong comic fan and never even heard of, let alone seen the Disney movie, and then you showed me the Disney movie, despite 40 years, which I'm only 42, so you know, but despite almost 40 years of being familiar with this rocket pack, I would still prefer the Disney version. So, no offense to the artist and creator of the comic version, but I prefer that. So my plan, because the Funko Legacy figure is garbage, as you can see, a hand broke off in storage. See the clear peg in there? Because they use clear plastic for all of their joints. Because someone there is a moron, or was a moron, hopefully they got fired. Hand broken off in the arm, so this is not removable, but I want to break that off. I want to mod it to fit on the back. And again, I've had this plan, because this is a 6-inch figure. Diamond Select is, again, 1/10, so 7-inch. A 6-foot person is 7 inches in 1/10 scale. So I want to break that off, and I want to mod the jetpack to fit on the figure, so I'm not modding the figure or hurting the existing jetpack. So I want to find some way to put on a peg on the inside of that. First thing, I'm going to have to cut it off because it is glued on the figure. But I want to put a peg on the jetpack so that it can go. And it won't be clear. So it can go on the back. So this is the Funko Legacy movie Rocketeer. Both of these are movie. Wish I had the helmet, because that is just bad. Even if that was supposed to be a comic version, that is just bad. Even if the comic art looked that bad, that is just bad. So that is definitely not Billy Campbell. And then the Diamond Select Toys Rocketeer. So to show you the different helmets, it's already backwards. I might as well go sideways. Man, Disney just nailed that. So it's not that I prefer the Disney design, because you see there's some differences, like the lower eyelids of the eye holes are kind of up a little, and the mouth slit is a little flatter, like Mark I Iron Man, instead of the more like radio speaker there. It's the color, and I feel like the Loose Collector 2-pack with Betty, I feel like it was this color, because you look at the box and it is more gold. Okay, well that has different lighting that makes the jacket look red. So it's brown leather, so gold helmet. So again, the leather's kind of reddish, but you can still see more gold in the helmet there. And then here, gold helmet. So I kind of don't like this copper color. So I may just get some paint and just fix that. I mean, this might be accurate to something. I feel like it was this color, this figure with Butch. I feel like it was this color in the pre-order. I'll have to go back and look at Big Bad Toy Store. Not sponsored. I feel like it was this color. I still would have ordered it had it actually been this color, but I would have been expecting to have to repaint it to my desired color. And I would have been prepared. I would have had the paint ready. Now I have to go out and buy it because I don't have the paint ready because I wasn't prepared for it looking so coppery. So, but there's my Rocketeer comparisons. Again, I wish I had the helmet for that. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe if I can find it, I can just pop this off so I don't have to alter this. And I can pop the Funko helmet on. Let me try that before I start painting stuff. So, you saw the Diamond Select had jets. Loose Collector, Executive Replicas, Vampirella, and Loose Collector only, no Executive Replicas. Great Wolves. The Great Wolves. Voslak of the North. Look at the box for Garros and Dillum. So, Werewolf over there. Vampirella over here. Because another helmeted, jetpacked guy that I put on the shirt in the thumbnail, we have the Hasbro Black Series Ralph McQuarrie Boba Fett. And then we have some Nazi lookalikes. The Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Red Skull. The Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Iron Grenadier. And I don't like pronouncing it correctly. I believe it is supposed to be Grenadier, but that makes me think of Grenadine, which makes me think of the Shirley Temple drink, which has that cherry syrup in it. I prefer to use my original and grammatically incorrect pronunciation of Grenadier, because then grenade makes me think of military, which fits G.I. Joe. And then the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 Ultimate Challengers Vega. M. Bison. I'm not going through that again, so go watch my top 10 figures of 2024 to watch me go on a tangent on the Japanese names of the Street Fighter characters. So, and then we have some Nazi fighters. We have a lot of Hasbro, sorry. The Hasbro Adventure Series Indiana Jones. It is the Raiders of the Lost Ark body with the Last Crusade. I was going to say Return of the Jedi. With the Last Crusade head. Because I really, really love the ball-jointed hat. But this is not a review. And then the Mezco. I dug the movie Hellboy out. Comic book Hellboy has fought Nazis, but he fights everything evil. Whereas at least movie 1 Hellboy, which is this. So the only Hellboy 2 Golden Army figure I have is the Wink the Troll in both scales. So the 1/18th scale and then the 1/10th scale. So this is movie 1 Hellboy, where he is exclusively fighting Nazis. I do have Cronin in the jumpsuit, but I don't have Cronin in the... I have already said Nazi how many times. I don't have Cronin in the SS uniform. I would like it Though, like, the more I like keep looking at these kinds of figures, I'm like, maybe I could just take one of these figures and then find like someone who has, 3D printed a 12th scale Cronin head. Just make my own instead of dropping God knows how many hundreds of dollars on the Mezco version. That's not going to scale with my preferred 12th scale stuff anyways. But Mezco movie, Ron Perlman, Hellboy. Sorry. Unless this is your first video, you should know by now that ADHD, lots of tangents, and never looks at the camera because it tries to look at the screen to watch myself. I'm not vain. I am self-conscious. So, the other end of the spectrum. Speaking of spectrum. Alright, so we get the McFarlane toys. Mortal Kombat 11. Shadow of Spawn. The Super 7 Silverhawks Ultimates. Bluegrass and Sideman. The Mattel Masterverse Revelation Stinkor. The NECA TMNT2 Secret of the Ooze Michelangelo. The Medicom Mafex The Boys Homelander. Trying to go with the Nazi theme, and they haven't made a Stormfront figure yet, so he's up a little far, so it doesn't give you a good comparison on their heights next to each other. There we go. The Jakks Pacific Super Mario, the Fresh Monkey Fiction Eagle Force, Agent Grimm, and the Diamond Select Toys G.I. Joe Minimates Storm Shadow. Except for my personal preference of the color of the helmet and the design of the jetpack, I have no complaints about this figure. The construction and the quality is extremely good. Honestly, I could give you more complaints about my loose collector. Oh shoot, what's her name? Tarna from Heavy Metal, Vampirella, Lady Death, Purgatory, the two werewolves that I have. This guy's great. Like, no notes. I just like I said, I wish I'd gotten in on that 2-pack with Betty. But then I would have been tempted by this as well because of Butch. So I can tell you I don't like that Butch is a slug. I wish he had some articulation. They could have put a neck swivel in there, but that is all one sculpted piece, unless mine is just super stuck. I need new light magnifiers, but I'm pretty sure it's all one sculpted piece. So it is kind of a bummer when you get such highly articulated 12th scale animals from Hasbro at a cheaper price, and then you get a more expensive with a solid sculpted dog that can't move, period. But as for Cliff, no notes. Love him. Absolutely great. If you're a fan of the Rocketeer, get it. I never really had a lot of complaints about the Diamond Select figure. It's just 1/10 is not the scale I prefer, and aside from the nice sculpting, okay, it's a nicely sculpted figure. Maybe not the unhelmeted head, but the arms, the torso, the legs, the jetpack, the helmet, wherever it is, the Funko Legacy figure, at least it's sculpted nice. I don't hate the paint work, again, except for that awful ugly face. And then obviously the breakage is a problem with all Funko Legacy figures. My Firefly Kaylee broke at the elbow. And then when I got the Hound from Game of Thrones, like, he was broken in the package. I didn't even get to open the package. And it was shipped pretty securely that nothing else in the box had gotten broken. But it's just his whole arm was off. It just snapped off the shoulder because Funko were idiots. Like, why plastic? Plastic joints, come on. I like plastic joints. They're all going to be plastic joints. Clear plastic. Clear plastic is brittle. So, well, this is not a review. I'm just trying to illustrate, you know, I have complaints. I don't have complaints. He's great. Get him if you like Rocketeer. As far as I know, it's the only option out right now, but at least of the 3 Rocketeer figures I have, it's the best option. So, upcoming videos, I'm gonna go see my mom tomorrow, so nothing then. I might do Storm Collectibles Darkstalkers Morrigan on Sunday, noon Central Standard Time. And then I will be streaming on Twitch my drawing, live drawing on the iPad. On Twitch, twitch.tv/TENIME. If you click the social media support and swag link in my description, it takes you to my link tree, and then there's a Twitch button in there. So like Twitch, YouTube, merch, Patreon, I think that's it. Maybe Instagram too. Because no one sees my posts on Threads. No one sees my posts on Facebook. No one sees my posts on Bluesky. No one ever saw my posts on Twitter, and I no longer have an account. Because Nazis are the bad guys. Cliff will tell you that. Indy will tell you that. Hellboy will tell you that. So, make your community safe. Punch those Nazis. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Like, share, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah.